Once upon a time, in a busy Nigerian town, there was a young couple named Ifeanyi and Amaka. They had been married for 3 years. Ifeanyi was a hardworking sales manager who often traveled, and Amaka was a clever woman who ran a catering business from home. They loved each other but often disagreed because they both had strong opinions. One evening, the sun had just set, and Amaka was in the kitchen mixing a big bowl of cake butter. Ifeanyi walked in looking tired but irritated. "Amaka, don't forget, I have to travel to Abuja. My client is waiting for me tomorrow," he said, taking off his shoes at the door. Amaka stopped staring and frowned. "Yes, you said that last week, but you also know I have the twins' birthday party tomorrow. I need you to help me in the morning. This trip is important for my job. Why do you always act like I don't care about this family?" Ifeanyi snapped, his voice growing louder. Amaka looked at him. "Why do you act like your work is the only thing that matters? You never miss any trip, yet you tell me that you are prioritizing this family. You never discuss these trips with me properly." They argued back and forth, neither of them backing down. Amaka, angry and hot, finally yelled, "Go, Ifeanyi. Don't worry. Go on your trip. I don't care what happens to you. In fact, don't even bother coming back if you don't want to be a real husband." Her words hit Ifeanyi hard. He stood there for a moment, then picked up his bag and walked out, slamming the door. Night came fully. Ifeanyi boarded the bus for Abuja. The bus was crowded with people chatting and laughing, but his heart felt heavy. His mind replayed the fight over and over again. How can his wife tell him not to come back if he doesn't want to be a real husband? Dear listeners, can you say that to your husband or to someone you love, telling them out of anger, "Don't come back"? Let's continue. At home, Amaka sat in the quiet living room. Her anger was gone, replaced by guilt. She kept thinking about what she had said. Her mother's words came back to her. "Amaka, your words are like seeds. Be careful what you plant because you will harvest it someday." Feeling uneasy, she knelt beside her bed to pray. "God, please keep him safe," she whispered with tears in her eyes. 2 hours into the journey, the bus drove into a dark, quiet highway. Most passengers were asleep when a loud crash suddenly tore through the night. The bus had collided with a trailer. People screamed as the metal twisted and the glass shattered. Emergency workers arrived to find the scene of the accident. Few people survived. Many among those who didn't make it was Ifeanyi. They found his wallet, and inside was a picture of Amaka. Amaka was at home, still uneasy, when her phone rang. She saw a strange number but answered it. "Hello? Good evening, ma'am. Are you Mrs. Amaka Ifeanyi?" A serious voice asked. "Yes, I am," she replied, her heart pounding. "I am calling you from the Federal Road Safety Corps. There was an accident." Amaka didn't hear the rest of the words. Her scream filled the house as the phone fell from her hand. In the days after Ifeanyi's death, Amaka was heartbroken. She cried and blamed herself for what happened. She couldn't forget the last angry words she had said to him. Her family tried to console her, but nothing eased the pain or the guilt. She became quiet, replaying their fight in her head over and over again, wishing she could go back and take back her words. One stormy night, weeks later, Amaka had a strange dream. She stood at a dark crossroad. There Ifeanyi appeared, calm and kind, but his eyes were sad. Amaka, he said, our love was a gift, but we let anger spoil it. Words are powerful. Speak life, not death. It's too late for me, but you can still change. She woke up crying, but her heart felt lighter. She knew she had been given a chance to live life differently. From that day on, Amaka shared her story with other couples. She told them to never let anger take over and always pray together. Words are like seed, she said. Plant them wisely, and when trouble comes, hold each other dear and pray. In unity, there is strength. She learned that love and agreement were the key to a happy and lasting relationship. Dear listeners, let me know, what do you think about this story between Amaka and her husband?